Alexx Panza of Vigilhunter, welcome to 69 Face of Rock. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How about you, Mark?
I'm
Good to
good.
see you.
Good to see you again because we just saw each other in person not too long ago. But now you're back talking about a new band, Vigilhunter, right?
Oh yeah.
Now, Vigilhunter might be new to everyone who just got the record, but it's been going on for a while, right? So can you tell me the whole story, how it came to be?
All right. So Vigilanters, as you said, started a long time ago. I started to write the first song for Vigilanter around 2011 or something. So we go way back. At the time, I was playing with another band of mine. I was playing guitar there called Walpurgis Night, and we were playing more like, let's say, Euro metal, European metal, more new wave of British heavy metal. So I'm always been a fan of American metal, of course, European metal too, but always been a big fan. My thing has always been US metal. So I wanted to write something that wasn't, it didn't fit in Walpurgis Night. I wanted to write some heavy metal, some 80s, first 90s heavy metal, yeah, US metal. And so, I said like, well, I'm going to start writing something for another project, and then we'll see. And this is what then became Vigilunter. So I started playing with my drummer, that was the drummer also in Walpurgis Night, Marcello Leocani, an old friend of mine. And a few years later, Mirko Negrino, the bass player, joined. So the first song I was basically the main songwriter, but then when Mirko joined, it's like a 50-50 job. He's a great songwriter outside from being a great bass player. Anyway, years goes by, and we're like, I don't even know, maybe 2015, 2016. The record is basically ready, but I joined Hitten, work, life. I had to put everything on hold, and then years later, something like 2 years ago or something, I said like, you know what, guys? I mean, I think we had some great songs there. What about you know uh taking what the songs that we had, select the songs we want to put on the records, rearrange them, finish them, closing them, and just record them and see.
Mhm.
And so we did, and I'm happy with it, and I think it came out a very good record. I'm happy.
Yeah. When did you even find time to coordinate this all? I mean, just recently you wrapped up a tour with Hitten and doing all kinds of other things. So w when did the time come for Vigilhunter?
Well, I don't even know. Like, uh, I feel like there's always time for anything if you really want to do it.
Hmm.
Um, so it surely takes longer because of that, because I'm very busy. So it takes longer than it should have. But I mean, I feel like if you want to do something, you always find time to do something. Uh, so yeah, just whenever you have time, go there and work on your shit.
Yeah, well,
That's it.
when you're creative, I guess you cannot stop. So who do you have in this band with you?
So again, my drummer is Marcello Locani. He's a very old friend of mine from the city close to where I live now, Turin. So it's a small city. We kind of grew together. We were in school, in high school together, and we started playing together in our very first band. So when we were 14, 15 years old. Um, the bass player is Mirko Negrino. We played together. We go a long way back to. We played together in Endovain, an old thrash metal band here from Turin, and of course he was bass player too. Um, and yeah, he played also in Ruler, another heavy metal band from Italy. They split up. All this band doesn't exist anymore, but but yeah. And then the guitarist uh, is another guy here from Turin that, I mean, we know each other since more than 10 years. Um, he was playing in a band called Acidity when he was very young. It was a thrash metal band. He was singing there actually. And then he started another project of his called Reanimated, always thrash metal, where he's singing and playing guitar. And his guitar skills went over the top. He's a great guitarist. So So yeah, it was like I need another guitarist. I said like, Mattia, let's do something together, like.
So basically, it's an all Italian lineup
Yeah, for once,
for once
I have people here.
on local level that you can call and
We
see.
actually can rehearse. I can call them and we can go rehearse. Like,
That helps. How would you describe the music that Vigilhunter plays?
um, it's heavy US metal, heavy power prog from the late 80s, first 90s. This is kind of the sound that influenced us. So stuff like Queensryche, Vicious Rumors, Crimson Glory, Fate's Warning, yeah, the Hitman, this kind of stuff.
Mhm. That does make sense because the album has rather a very progressive or even symphonic feel at times. Is that something you were going for, or kind of came out naturally?
Yes, absolutely. Like, I mean, when the project started, it was supposed to be more like a US power metal band, like classic US power, like yeah, more like Vicious Rumors or Riot. I love Riot. But then like the first songs in fact were more kind of in that vibe. But then we started composing like more progressive stuff, especially I remember when we did Titan Glory. We said like, yeah, this is like something else. I mean, I want to go more into this direction to have that kind of proggy vibes. And I love power prog from the 80s because when we say power prog, it's like a specific genre by itself. It's not progressive like Dream Theater. It's not showing off of technical abilities or do weird stuff with weird tempos just for the sake of doing it. I love Dream Theater too. It wasn't I didn't want to bash Dream Theater. I love them, but you know what I wanted to say. Like I guess like power prog is it's basically heavy metal. But everything, but it has like that little class of touch of class added on top of it that adds that progressive vibe, that proggy vibe. But everything still work for the songs. That's
Mhm.
the main difference.
That does make sense. And that kind of a legendary song that started it all for Vigilhunter, Shadow Rider, right? That's on the album as well. What do you think makes that song so special now that you look back?
Oh, I can say I feel like it was the first songs that when I compose it, I said like, yeah, I'm satisfied with this. This is cool, because of course I had like a bunch of songs they went all out of the window. They had some good stuff on it, but I remember when I composed Shadow Rider, it was like, yeah, this is working from start to finish. I'm happy with this. In fact, it was like one of the very first song I wrote, and it's basically the only one that still in the record. The other one will be Outburst of Rage. In fact, you see, both the songs are the more straightforward power metal of the record and a bit less progressive. But even Outburst of Rage changed a lot, honestly. Like we retouched it totally before recording it. While Shadow Rider is still the same, like as I first composed it.
Um, what response is the album getting so far? I know it's been out only limited amount of time, but how are people reacting to it?
Oh, very good. Very good. I'm extremely happy. Uh, I mean, all the feedbacks we're receiving are over the top. Um, I couldn't believe it, honestly. Like, I mean, also the reviews are all 8 and 9s and 9.5. And I'm like, yeah, thank you. And we're receiving a lot of requests for shows, like a lot. That wasn't the plan, honestly, because it was supposed to be a studio project, but I feel like it will not be just a studio project. We will go live at some point. We actually confirmed our first show that, I mean, it will be the announcement will be made very soon. But so yeah, I mean the feedbacks are amazing. I'm super happy.
Which actually, that was going to be my next question, if whether or not you would support the album with a tour or live show. So, How is that looking now that you're about to announce the first show? Do you think the some of those appearances will lead into something bigger and better?
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Like, really, Vigilante is a project that I did for myself, like, totally. Like, I just wanted to make music and put it out there.
Hmm.
Um, so of course I care about feedbacks and doing cooler stuff every time, like everybody. But like, it's not our, let's say, intention to try to work to be bigger, to get bigger. It's just like I know I'm gonna do a next record and I'm already working on it. But that will happen if people like it or if people will not like it. Will happen anyway. I'm doing it for myself. But yeah, anyway, well, we're receiving so much requests to play live that it was supposed to be a studio project, Vigilante. But at this point, I had to say no to a few festivals that were very good, but I'm playing the same days with the hits, and that it's a priority. So,
Hmm.
um, but yeah, as I just said, like, we confirmed that we will play in 2026 in a festival here in Europe. Not gonna say which one anyway. It's going to be announced very soon. But yeah, for sure we will do other shows. For sure we will never be a touring band. We'll not play that much. It's going to be like very exclusive and specific shows once in a while. But yeah, it's happening.
Okay. Um, what do you think you get out of Vigil Hunter that, let's say, you couldn't get out of Hidden?
Well, first of all, play guitar. I
Mhm.
miss play guitar. Man, uh, I'm not the best guitarist out there, but I love to play guitar. But the world is full of guitarists and missing singers. So everybody asked me to sing in their band, and nobody want me as guitarist. So I have to do my own band so I can play guitar. No, it's a
That's a
joke,
good
but
excuse, by the way.
what?
That's a good excuse, by the way.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a joke, but up to a certain degree. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm taking a different approach in composing and music. Is um it's always a band that work for the song, exactly as Ethan of course does. I mean, Ethan is super song conscious band. Like, it has to be catchy, it has to be. With Vigilante, I mean, it can be less catchy, it doesn't have to go on radio, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
But so you have more freedom somehow to experiment a little bit. But as I said before, it always have to work for the song. Like, if you go too crazy, then I feel like the listener lose focus.
Mhm.
So that's never good, honestly. It's a different approach of metal music, like, hmm, yeah, it's very I feel like Vigilante is very dynamic.
Mhm.
Um, and yeah, I do stuff also lyrically. I can talk about stuff that I cannot do on hidden songs, just because, of course, you cannot talk about oppression in a rock and roll song. Like, it depends. I mean, we have deeper lyrics in hidden too, but of course, like, you have a fun rocking semi-huggery song. You cannot talk about philosophy. You know what I mean?
Correct.
So here I can do it. So,
That's good. Are there any other projects you are part of at this point besides Vigil Hunter and Hidden?
well, Jackstar Burning Star.
Hmm.
Um, I did one record with them. Came out in 2022, Souls of the Innocent. And yeah, and every once in a while we play live. I know they're working on a new record. I haven't been involved yet. Um, it will happen soon, I guess. And then I think I finished my time. Like, I don't have any more free time to do. I would love to do 2,000 other projects, but I don't think I can. Like, it's not humanly possible.
Well, yeah, there's only so much you could do. Out of the 9 songs on the Vigilhunter album, is there a track or tracks that, in your opinion, completely defines what this band is all about?
I feel like Disconnected is yeah, this is why we chose it as a single.
Mhm.
I think it's a great representation of the band. And yeah, yeah. Definitely Disconnected and Titan Glory. That's why we chose them as these 2 singles. I mean, it's not.
It's actually one of my favorites.
We're in love with. I'm honestly in love with all the songs from
Mhm.
the record. If not, they would have been there. Well, we had a bunch of other songs there that they didn't make it to the record because those are the good ones. But I feel like those 2 are very representative.
Okay. One of my early favorites is So-Called It Burns. Tell me about that song.
Oh yeah, it's one of my favorites too. This is the other one that I would have say like this is. In fact, it was in the mix to be chosen as a single. Uh, yeah, the songs talk about. Uh, yeah, this is a different topic. It is more like a shy. The other songs talks more about society and oppression. That one takes it in a completely different way. It's more like a sci-fi song, so almost. It talks about like an alien invasion, but like a superior alien race that invades the Earth every time the human race reach its top and becomes dangerous to itself and the Earth.
Mhm.
So they invade the Earth and reset the Earth through ice. Oh my God, I'm sorry. How do you say it in English? I'm sorry. Yeah, through a new ice age. Okay, okay.
That makes sense.
So in order to reset the Earth and preserve it, yeah.
Mhm. My other favorite, a song you already mentioned, would be Titan Glory. Tell me more about that one.
Okay, Titan Glory, as I said, it was like it's another very old song, and it was like the first song that when we listened back to it, we said like, you know what, we have to go more in that direction. So all the rest of the songs, aside from Shadow Rider and Outburst of Rage, follow that one. And this is the first time we put there that proggy feeling. It has a bit of everything. What I can tell you, it might sound stupid, but it's what it is. Like the title Titan Glory, it was a temporary title, like every musician do. You start writing something and you put out a temporary title, and it was like just because it reminds me what I was writing of Titan Glory and I'm sorry, Crimson Glory and Titan Force. So it was like the mix of the two. And then, I kind of like the anyway how it sounds. So I made out like a concept around Titan Glory. And so I'm talking about Titanism in it's basically um, like a go for it song, but um, but talking about the Titanism philosophy and the great war of the Titans and the gods, where the gods were obviously prevailing and they will always prevail because they are immortal, but the Titans had to fight anyway in order to elevate themselves. I'm sorry, it's hard to explain. It's a pretty deep concept and it's hard to explain it in English.
But it
Sorry
does
about
it
that.
does make sense. All the little particles that you threw in, they do fall into one big piece. Now, as a vocalist, what areas of your voice do you think you were able to explore with Vigilhunter?
Um, you mean like if I have to name other singers or like what?
No, it's like is your singing any different in Vigilhunter than what you normally do? Is it something that you kind of uh, take chances on?
Yeah, I try to sing in a different way in every project of mine.
Mhm.
I really hope that this transpire and you can hear it. It's always myself at the end of the day. I mean, don't get me wrong, but I try to do different stuff. Um, there are a lot of lower parts. Maybe the like the higher pitch is what was stuck in the people mind every time. Is what impressed people and what people remember. But there are a lot of lower parts that it's hard to find in Hidden, for example, and kind of more silky parts. Uh, maybe in Hidden, the most of the time is more in your face
Mhm.
if it's not a ballad, of course. But also that is it's like a different approach. And yeah, I try to sing in a different way. Anyway, it's always me at the end of the day, you know. But
Yeah. I mean, I totally hear it. I just wanted to kind of hear your perspective on it, like from the artist's point of view,
Mhm.
how you approach that. Um, finally, what are your personal hopes for this new album?
Oh well, honestly, I just hope that as many people as possible, it can reach many people as possible, and they can hear it. And this is all. I hope I'm so happy about the feedback so far right now. I feel like everyone who heard it I just received amazing words. So it's kind of like everybody who's listened to it uh, is telling me how much they loved it. So I'm happy. Then of course, like I just hope to reach as many people as possible. This of course always with my music, but yeah, it's true that this album especially is special to me because as I said, like it's really my project, like 100%, and this is something that I had there for so many years. I really put my heart out on this. It's a lot of work, a lot of years, and yeah, but I mean, no specific goals. I just hope that the people will love it. People can hear it and people can like it and enjoy it. That's it.
Absolutely. Well, Alex, thank you so much for taking the time to talk about the new album, and good luck with
Thanks,
this
Mark.
project and all other projects you're involved in.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you. Always a pleasure.